say you can trust wasem. Who upon Kruma o can say your biggest setback ebe trust for Ghanaians to trust Bawumia. It brings me to today's topic. Mahmoud Bawumia, as we speak today, is the leader of the NPP. He's powerful than the chairman. He's powerful than NEC. He's powerful than grassroots. He's powerful than anybody in the NPP. What Bawumia would say today, and then a word. The question here is, Bawumia, why has he refused to speak on Ken Ofori Atta's detention? You are talking about trust. Ghana for Bawumia di. You want us to believe Bawumia? You want us to believe that Bawumia is not part of Akufo-Addo's damage? You want us to know that Bawumia is not a friend to Ken Ofori Atta and they came together to destroy us? You want us to see, say, Bawumia's governance is different from Akufo-Addo's governance? You want us to believe, say, all that Bawumia did, and only Akufo-Addo. Why hasn't he spoken on the Ken Ofori Atta matter? It is because Ken Ofori Atta and Bawumia, for the 8 years, they were drafting our budget. For 8 years, they were at EMT discussing and putting things together. For 8 years, the books that Ken Ofori Atta was cooking, Bawumia was aware. If Bawumia wants us to trust him, his first assignment out of the 1,000 assignments is for him to come out on national television and tell us his take on Ken Ofori Atta's situation. Does he want Ken Ofori Atta to come and face Ghanaians and let us know that he can account for his stewardship, or he believes Ken Ofori Atta should hire the richest lawyers in America to defend him to stay in America? Mahmoud Bawumia needs to tell us. He needs to state his stance on the Ken Ofori Atta matter. Some person trust him. Right now, your campaign, he is the leader. He's been walking around. Right now, Bawumia is scared of the media. He does not want to grant any interview. He's running away from the media. Bawumia should avail himself. He should speak to the media. We want to ask him. We want to know his stance when it comes to Ken Ofori Atta's detention. We want him to tell us, we want to ask him just 2 questions. And if I get the opportunity to speak to Bawumia or question him, I'll ask him just 2 questions. Mahmoud Bawumia, do you want Ken Ofori Atta to return to Ghana to account for his stewardship, to prove to Ghanaians that you were not part of what he did and that you never was involved in his crime? Or you want Ken Ofori Atta to stay in America, fight the immigration system and stay in America? I will ask Bawumia just these 2 questions. We want to know from Bawumia. Bawumia ope media. Bawumia neyire epe bloggers chain on wankasa ho. Why are they running away from an interview? You have won an election. It's over 24 hours. Bawumia has not met the media. He has not spoken. We want to know his ideas. We want to question Bawumia. Bawumia is running for the media. We want the leader of the NPP. Let me tell you, being a flag bearer of a party is definitely making you the leader of the party. We want to know what the leader. We want to know his stance. We want to know Bawumia's view on Ken Ofori Atta's matter. He needs to tell us. Because, you see, the posture of the leader will determine where the party will head or where the party is headed. So we want to know Bawumia's position on Ken Ofori Atta's matter. He has stayed away from it. Why? Right now, you people want to sell us a new NPP. You want to sell us a new Bawumia. You want to tell us Bawumia is not corrupt. You want to tell us the NPP we are saying is corrupt and never to come close to power. You are telling us that it is a new NPP. Bawumia does not know Ken Ofori Atta. Bawumia does not know Akufo-Addo. Bawumia is an independent person. We want Mahmoud Bawumia to meet the press and tell us his view on the Ken Ofori Atta matter. You want to sell a candidate to us. You want us to trust you. We want us to trust Bawumia, but Bawumia cannot face us. We want to question Bawumia. He should call the media. Why are you people shielding Bawumia? Why are you running away from the media, Bawumia? We want your views on the Ken Ofori Atta matter. You are saying you want to lead the MPP. We should give you power in 2028. You say Ken Ofori Atta we are sika. When Ken Ofori Atta ye juma closely for 8 years. 8 solid years. Ya Ken Ofori Atta wa America. OSP Eddie Ken Ofori Atta in Semakojina court. Yes, we are ye. Yes, one in Netina EMT. Yes, one will lead the economic discussion in cabinet. Ken Ofori Atta extra budget and one in the shum. Yes, see, so open see a Judi. say wo onya kromfo te say Ken Ofori Atta, and you are not in support of what Ken Ofori Atta is doing here, avail yourself and tell us your position. Avail yourself. Tell us. Bawumia, who likes the media? Bawumia is all over the place. On the ire, one a light channel. On the ire, one a media channel. 24 hours a chum. We're winning elections. He cannot meet the media. We want your views. We want you to speak on Chairman to me status. We want you to speak on Ofori Atta's matter. We want you to speak on Gift to Awaris issue. We want you to speak as somebody who wants to prove to us that when you're comfort to say more. The Bawumia you are bringing, which Bawumia are you bringing? Is it the same Bawumia who was the head of EMT with Ken Ofori Atta? Is it the same Bawumia who sat in cabinet with Ken Ofori Atta? Is it the same Bawumia who is in charge of economy under Akufo-Addo? Tell us, is this a new Bawumia? Then let him tell us where his stance is. Because even this statement, Bawumia telling the minority say, it is not anything lose elections, no, inter-party problems. But Bawumia was recently apologizing to Ghanaians. Mr. S, get me the video. Bawumia was apologizing and telling us to say, we are sorry because of the election we lost. What was he apologizing about? Was he apologizing to the delegates because he wanted their vote, or he was apologizing to us Ghanaians? Because you are telling the minority, say, the election Muluzi, it is not because you hurt DD, you hurt pensioners, you hurt Ghanaians, Ghanaians were disappointed in you. You are saying it is because Mopati no more problems. Meaning that apology you were putting out, it wasn't for Ghanaians. That apology was to the delegates so that you could win their vote. You think we are stupid? A double standard man. A man who is not consistent. And we are not going to insult you. We are going to question your statements. Nancy now Pacho. Say you are sorry and the elections. And they will catch our party for say na a party issues in Tinamu.
Ebusia or family nano nguswa or should never so subscribe no like it. No change me the am from so and said to me Akabi, and do not forget to click on the notification bell so there be any update baby drop bian. One so and sa able to me Akabi Ebusia for or family and same pina ko so good. I am konen ko tie and some no to da or family no so.
Luzie, it is a apology bina the brain no. Was it just to win the delegates' vote? It wasn't an apology to Ghanaians. We want you to meet the media. We want to ask all these questions. Why are you running from the media? And I want to ask the MPP, is this the same Bawumia you want to present, or there's another Bawumia, a temu delusional JM Bawumia na modene banasa dieng? Because to me, if it is the same Bawumia, then we want answers. We are not going to insult him. We want answers. We want Bawumia to prove to us. We want to trust the MPP. Bawumia should avail himself. Why is he hiding from us? So the apology, what was it about? If you are telling us to say the election Muluzi, it is about party issues in Muluzi, then the apology you are apologizing, it wasn't to Ghanaians, it was to the delegates. Send a bear to me win elections, so it means you were lying. You have never been honest to Ghanaians. You have never been honest with Ghanaians. Bawumia has always taken Ghanaians for granted. And this is Bawumia's apology. I want to ask him, from what he's saying today, that they lost the election because the party had issues. It wasn't because of the economy. It wasn't because of DDEP. It wasn't because of inflation. It wasn't because of interest rate. It wasn't because of unemployment. It wasn't because of anything. It was because the party had issues. This is your own apology. What were you apologizing for?
Ye to abay ye research ewie. Ye nimse abay any ye party ye infumsuo. Ye infumsuo. Bebre ewo ye governance no mo. Niema wo ha afi say ye beye yanye. Ye maybe so wo ha ye anka ye hu from the background so ye enti mejina ha ye nyina ye ka ho bi. Vice President, ministers, MPs, board chairman, appointees, yenyina yayem from so pacho monfanche and why monfanche yenyina from so monfanche na yesua ye lessons nyame adom ena mode franka ne hye me nsa me be ye president a embasabium ye belle ni ye lessons mon fan che embasabium ye to abaye wie ye research.
This was when he was talking to the delegates. Abana ya anya nyoma ye muntimu amunim nyoma bi o se ya anya as a government nyoma bi o se ya sa aban ye mfi Ghana for enti no mo delegates mo fa nche ye ade achiye no owini elections na the same Mahmoud Bawumia ka kire say a party problems in no lose elections no.
Really, a lot of skepticism about whether we are going to win. The NDC have even gotten a bit arrogant, thinking, oh, whoever you bring, we are going to beat them. There's no way with this majority we will not win. But we've seen majorities of this nature before, isn't it? When J.H. Mensah was there, they were about 61, right? Leader. They transformed. And by the time we got to 2000, we won. And we were the majority. What I see, frankly, are parallels between that parliament and the mighty minority that we see today. You have done an excellent job. You've held this government's feet to the fire. And it doesn't even appear that you are such a minority in parliament. You look at it and you are making the case every time. So frankly, if you look at the outcome of 24, if you analyze the data, you just come to the conclusion that the problem was internal. The NDC's vote didn't change. Their vote didn't change. Even Nanado's votes of 6.7 was higher than what Mahama got of 6.4. Isn't it? Yeah, so their numbers were basically static. For an opposition party, after 4 years in opposition, you would normally expect a big jump if there is a clamor for them. But they maintained their numbers of 2020. Our numbers was where the action took place. 2.1 million people didn't come. So if you look at it, then the task is not as onerous as we think. Because if you look at the gap and you don't do the analysis, you think, but if it is our members who did not vote, the first port of call is to look at the outcome. So frankly, if you look at the outcome of 24, if you analyze the data, you just come to the conclusion that the problem was internal. The NDC's vote didn't. I
was telling the minority group, if you look at or analyze the data, the problem was internal. The same person was on stage telling Ghanaians that we as a government did not do what you want. We as a government took some decisions that were wrong. And forgive us. He comes home, he wins the power, and he tells his party people, the problem is not even as big as we see it. It is internal. A party problem. And your DDEP. And your high cost of living. And your inflation that was out of the roof. And your unemployment rate. And your corruption. It is internal. Into a solve internal problem now. You be winning election. This is a flip-flopper. This is Bawumia. And anytime people say MP before say, more Bawumia fufuro bi wa na say temu Bawumia we are temu JM we delusional temu Bawumia we are na modern ba na say more fufuro bi o baby. Now he is the leader of the party. The Obeka and a word. Yebusa Bawumia, what is his take on Ken Ofori Atta's matter? He has been walking around and shaking people and greeting people. We want him to meet the media. We want him to speak to us. We want Bawumia to tell us he is the leader of the NPP. Whatever he says represents the NPP. We want the NPP to speak through Bawumia. We want Bawumia to tell us, because the general secretary of the NPP is a foolish boy. He is basically a foolish boy. He's a Pentium 2. He's not intelligent enough. The leader of the NPP today is Mahamudu Bawumia. The Bawumia Bekano and then the NPP representing. The Busa NPP, Bawumia leader, say, what is his take on the Ken Ofori Atta matter? We are not done. We will be back. We will keep asking the questions. We will not insult anybody. We will always play your terminal report. We will let Ghanaians separate emotions, separate what we call competence from emotions, competence from sympathy. We will question your intelligence. We will question your competence. We will let Ghanaians know what.
Abusia hana bredi be see adwumadie nyina bebe wi. Ebe so subscribe no like it. No share adwumadi ama from so and set to me akabi. And do not forget to click on the notification button so there be any update be drop bia. Won so enter ebe to me akabi for can who say swap best political news onya bebe say POG media and abenya to always been bra POG media na be pick up best political news so there be obo the echo and the eba e wo Ghana amanjisemu ebusa for makram